So Gary's just taken me over to where the Battle of Cable Street was, Oswald Mosley. Many people watch Peaky Blinders. It's referenced in that, Jack Spot comma. But before I get there, so that was the morgue to where the third Jack the Ripper victim was, Elizabeth Stride. So that's where they brought her body 134 years ago. After it became some kind of museum. It's dead on its feet now. There's nothing in there apart from plants and pissheads sleeping there, but it's actually a listed building. So I'm just going to pause this and I'll take you through to where in 1936 the Battle of Cable Street was. Very, very famous place in the East End, which I'll show you in a minute. So Gary, so tell us about this then.
So this is a mural.
Yeah.
To the Battle of Cable Street.
Right.
And as you can see on the walls, you know, they say it was mainly Jewish, but the population of the East End at the time was immigrants from all over the world. And as you can see in this painting, there's different coloured people.
Hitler's
Asian,
there.
Yeah. So Mosley in his black shirts wanted to come to the East End.
Yeah. Oswald Mosley.
Oswald Mosley and protest. And the community said, you ain't passing. So they set up barricades in Cable Street in 1934.
That was 36.
36, yeah. And they set up barricades. You can see the picture predict, like, you know, chairs, doors, everything. And they set up barricades. And there were street battles. And
so what was Jack Spot comma's role in it all then?
He was Jewish.
Right.
And so the community just stood against it. If he was here that day, then he would have stood against it. But there was Irish people, there was everyone. You know, just didn't want the fascists to walk through the East End.
Yeah.
And so they made a stand. And it was on Cable Street they made a stand.
Do you know Oswald Mosley? There was a poll and he was more hated than Jack the Ripper in the East End.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah. I mean, he had...
So is this where literally the battle was here?
Right, so look, if you look here...
Just have a look over here.
We'll go down in a minute. You see these shops. See, this is the barricades that they made. Just here. Yeah, look, 4th of October 1936, the people of the East End halted the march by fascists who had gone down in history as the Battle of Cable Street. People from the Jewish community, communist trade unions, Labour Party members, Irish dockers, labourers joined forces. So everyone come together. And they just said, you ain't walking through.
Some people say that like the Labour Party was formed around stuff like this.
Yeah. I mean, if you look back at anything, you know, if you know, I used to say once upon a time that if it didn't start in Whitechapel, it didn't exist. Yeah. You know, the things that started in Whitechapel, Tesco's and
did it really?
Yeah, a number of different things. You know,
Dr. Bernardo's,
Marks and Spencer's, Dr. Bernardo, Sainsbury's. The list goes on. And so, you know, one time
Vidal Sassoon.
Yeah, Vidal Sassoon. I used to say if it didn't start in Whitechapel, it probably don't exist. And like the Labour Party, you know, it's out of poverty. Yeah. And so it grew out of poverty. So places like this was a hotbed for the Labour Party.
Yeah. So in actual fact, the battle, how long did it last?
It was only for a few hours.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a few hours.
Was there a lot of fatalities or?
No, I think there was just more scuffles with the police
than
there was with the fascists. You know, it ended up a scuffle with the police. As you can see here, they was on horseback. So they just wanted to separate it.